Okay, video is now running. All right, let's get that down in the toolbar. And let's start recording.
Talk show. Recorded live.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of GC Community Chat. I'm your host, Kerry, and joining me tonight is Wayne County Commissioner Richard LeBlanc, Dr. Tom Iwinski, and Mike Jones. This show is dedicated to the residents and businesses of Garden City, as well as the surrounding communities. Remember, we're working hard to promote our community and yours. All right, thanks for joining us once again. It's Thursday, April 2nd, 2015, and you are listening to show number 239. As I mentioned in the intro, joining me tonight are our co-hosts, Wayne County Commissioner Richard LeBlanc. Richard.
Hey.
How you doing?
Thanks for the applause from my fan base out there.
Our favorite weatherman, Dr. Tom Iwinski. How are you, Tom?
I'm doing well. How are you guys doing?
We're hanging in there. A little soggy, but we'll get to that in a little bit. And former Garden City Councilman and longtime resident, Mr. Mike Jones, is not here. So I don't know. Maybe Mike had a previous appointment, or he could be home sleeping. Who knows? We don't know. Do we know?
I vote for sleeping.
Good day to sleep, for sure. All right. And joining us, as always, all the way from Wisconsin, Joey and Holly. They're going to be here with their 2-minute gardening tips. And tonight they're talking about shade vegetables, Richard. Shade vegetables.
Really?
Yes.
What color are they shaded?
I don't know, but we'll find out, I'm sure. Okay, let's talk about tonight's show. Whenever we do a show and we have no special guests, we'll be doing our Let It Fly segment, where we discuss recent topics in the news and share our thoughts and comments with you. And if you'd like to join in the discussion, it's very easy. First, just call 1-724-444-7444. Enter the call ID 82757, followed by the pound sign. Or you can join us via our chat room by going to TalkShoe.com. Search at the top of the page for call ID 82757. That will take you to our main show page where you'll click on the large join in button, sign in as a guest, and that's all there is to it. Once you're in the chat room, you can type your questions or comments at the bottom of the page, and you'll find our phone number and show ID there as well. Still have a little cough, so bear with me. But hopefully we're going to end this cold, whatever I got, shortly. I don't know. All right, you can always text your comments or questions to us at 734-788-9319. Now, we are doing a live, unedited video of tonight's show, so you can put a face with the voice, and that will be made available sometime tomorrow on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/communitychatshow. We have several other shows over there for your viewing. So while you're there, why not click on the red subscribe button, and that way you'll be notified when a new video is posted. That way you won't miss any. The audio of tonight's show will be available on our Facebook page at facebook.com/GCChat, usually about 30 minutes after we sign off tonight. So why not grab your favorite beverage, sit back, and join us for the next hour or so. Should be a good one. Okay, before we go any further, let's get the latest weather update with Dr. Tom, and then we'll get Joey and Holly in here. Okay, let's do a check on weather with Dr. Tom. Let's see what he has in store for the rest of this week and the weekend coming up. Tom, take it away. All right, Tom. What do you got for us?
Hey, those April showers will eventually bring those May flowers. So it started out a little bit rainy as we got throughout the day. And, I mean, it wasn't an all-day rain.
No.
We've seen some breaks and we've seen some sun, and then we saw some rain again. But now the rain has ended.
Yep.
The front is now moving through, and some drier air is moving in, and a little bit of cooler air as well, and some clearing skies as well. As we had throughout the overnight hours, and temperatures will fall again. There will be above freezing, though, in the low 40s, and we'll probably see a little bit of fog developing as we get throughout the overnight hours into tomorrow morning. But I'm not expecting it to be dense, so you don't have to worry about that. But, again, as we head into Friday, we'll see, again, more on and off rain throughout the afternoon and evening hours, and some of that rain could be heavy at times. And that will slowly wind down as we head throughout Friday night, and behind this front, going to be much colder. Daytime temperatures on Friday, tomorrow, will be in the 50s and will drop into the 20s as we head throughout Friday night behind this one. So another cold night again on Friday. But luckily, the majority of the moisture will be out of here before that cold air works in. So I'm not worried about snow. So that's some good news. And as we head throughout the weekend, it's going to be a cooler weekend, but not any precipitation to be dealing with overall. A lot of sun on Saturday with temperatures around 50 degrees, which is a little bit cooler than what we're going to be dealing with the next 48 hours. And then again on Sunday, low 50s with a mix of clouds and sun. But then as we head throughout next week, I do see another pattern change coming. And then it's not a bad pattern. It's not a good one either, but it is going to be a little bit more milder as we head throughout next week. Overall low 50s for high temperatures all of next week. And temperatures during the overnight hours will again stay above freezing in the upper 30s. And I do see all of next week being pretty much a rainy week next week. So if you have any outdoor plans next week, you definitely need to bring the umbrella. I do think opening day will be fine on Monday, and Easter will be dry as well. So that's some good news. But as we head throughout Monday night, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, rain is a pretty good bet. And some of that could be on the heavy side as well as we get into some more heavier moisture. But I'm not expecting any crazy storms or anything like that, so that's some good news. It's just a cold, steady rain to be dealing with next week. So keep the umbrella handy. That's overall the weather for us as we expand out and deal with some other weather. The biggest stories that are going on, I say overall, I see two big stories. The biggest one right now is severe weather. There was a lot of severe weather across the plains over the last few weeks, and that's continuing tonight. We'll probably see again some large hail. We even could see some isolated tornadoes and a lot of damaging winds out there from the Ohio into the Missouri Valley out there as we head throughout the overnight hours. And flooding is a big threat as well, and that's going to continue all throughout the end of the week into tomorrow as well. But luckily, all that is staying south of us, so that's some good news. And the other big story as well in the weather biz is that drought that has been ongoing, Kerry, across the West, especially California. The governor of California has did something unprecedented that they never have done before, but now they're issuing a mandatory water restriction into pretty much all across the state, which basically means that you can't really water your grass, wash your car, do anything like that. And, I mean, it's kind of hard. I'm not sure how they're going to enforce that, but we'll see how that goes. But they're just trying to conserve as much water as they can because they don't really have a whole lot of water in the reservoirs and in the mountains as well. It's been such a dry winter out in California. They usually get a few good snowstorms out across the Sierra Nevada to at least get some mountain snow up there, which they can melt and go into the streams and help that. But they didn't really see a whole lot of snow. So that problem will be ongoing for quite some time, and I just wanted to briefly mention that. And the other part of that is wildfire season is coming in, and that's not going to be good. We already have seen a whole sprinkle of wildfires all across the plains recently. So those are all the biggest weather stories that are going on across the country. If you want to keep tuned to the rainy next week weather and the milder air, just go to my website at DopplerTomWeather.com.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So Easter looks pretty good?
Yeah, Easter looks good. It looks mild in the 50s, so not too crazy out there. No rain or snow to deal with. So
right, at least no snow, that's for sure. And the grass is starting to green up a little bit, I noticed, too.
It's always greener on the other side.
At least it ain't white. All right. Thank you, sir. All right, well, let's get Joey and Holly in here, and then we'll let it fly with some of our comments. So here's Joey and Holly.
This is Gardening in 2 Minutes. We all don't have, or most times, the availability to have full sun all day long to grow our garden in. But you can grow a number of vegetables in partial shade. Partial shade meaning 4 to 6 hours of adequate sunlight.
So when you think about this, you have to think about where you're planting and what you have to deal with. So if you're planting your garden now, you might think you have full sunlight, but once a tree fills in or some brush or some bushes, you may have to think about some partial shade vegetables.
Partial shade vegetables can include potatoes, beets, Brussels sprouts, Swiss chard, kohlrabi, just to name a few. You can bok choy. You can go to your favorite search engine, and there's over 40 partial shade loving plants.
Then there's different herbs as well, such as thyme, tarragon, coriander, which is cilantro.
Which we were very successful at growing in partial shade last year because it is a very heat sensitive crop.
Then there's things like sweet potatoes, but those will grow smaller. And there's even raspberries and blueberries. And again, a lot of times if it's a fruitine type vegetable or fruit, it's just going to grow smaller.
Going to grow smaller in partial shade. But you also want to have good soil nutrients in those areas. Now, based on the type of location that you are having the partial shade in the morning is going to be a much softer light than partial shade in the evening as well. So keep that in mind. So don't try to grow full sun plants like tomatoes or peppers in partial shade. You're going to be very disappointed. If you have an area where partial shade is where you have partial shade at, do your research. You can be very productive in the crops that you grow in those areas. You just have to know what crops to plant and when to plant them. For more information on growing in partial shade, our weekly video productions, as well as our free downloadable digital quarterly magazine, you can find all that information at
thewisconsinvegetablegardener.com.
For the health-conscious organic gardener worldwide. For Gardening in 2 Minutes, I'm Joy Baird.
And I'm Holly Baird.
All right. Thank you, guys. Very informative, especially with this warmer weather coming. People are going to get outside and get in them gardens and get them cleaned up. Tom, have you heard when yard waste is going to be picked up in Garden City? Do you know? I haven't heard anything.
I have not heard that yet, no.
Yeah, I haven't heard either. I'll get a hold of DPS maybe tomorrow and find out. All right, well, let's get into our Let It Fly segment. All right, it's time for Let It Fly. This is where we discuss current topics that may affect our community and yours. So let's let it fly. All right, I just want to hear that some more. That's pretty cool. You like that, don't you?
Totally, man.
Totally. Far out. Farm out, dude. All right, well, this is our Let It Fly segment, seeing as we don't have a guest tonight. So, Richard, put your thinking cap on, your comment cap, and...
Did you say combat?
Comment. All right, first up, the 415 repeal ban on ticket scalping bill. What do you feel about that? The bill would repeal the current ban on reselling a ticket for an event at a price higher than face value, scalping, of course, without the express permission of the event's venue. The bill would also increase the maximum term of imprisonment for an event venue that fails to comply with certain event ticket printing requirements. Your thoughts? Good idea? Bad idea?
I'm all for it. I wish I had thought of it when I was in the state legislature.
Yeah, it actually passed the state. Now it's in the Senate.
Yeah. So,
Or the House.
why, if I go buy a carton of milk at the grocery store, why shouldn't I be able to sell it for $1 more than I bought it for?
Well, that's their
Who cares?
argument. Yeah,
Right.
that's their argument. It's just like once you buy it, it's yours. It's personal property. Why can't you sell it like you do a car or anything else
Right.
for
So
a
I like
profit?
it.
So you think it's a good idea?
Yep.
Okay. Tom, what do you think?
I was actually on the website looking to see when that pickup for the yard waste would be, but I haven't seen it yet, so I wasn't listening.
So what do you think of this bill that they're trying to pass to allow scalping, ticket scalping? Good idea, bad idea?
To allow it?
I mean, people figure, once you buy the ticket, it's yours. It's personal property. You should be able to do with it what you want, right?
It is what it is. I mean, people need to make a buck, I guess, but you have to be mindful of what you buy. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, free market, right? Capitalist society, whatever. All right, so I guess we're all in agreement on that. Do what you want, make what you want. If you can do it, do it. But, you know, this was introduced last year, too, and it passed the House, and then it died in the Senate, so who knows?
There's horse trading and stuff. I mean, that's just the way it works.
Yeah.
There's a lot of folks that just don't know
The ins and outs.
yeah, the inner workings or the mechanics of it all, and so it's hard to, on the surface figure out, well, what's the big deal?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of trading.
A lot of people that came out against it. Kid Rock, Ford Field, I mean, all your venues. So, they got a lot of money backing them, too. So, I don't know. We'll see how that plays out. I'm sure David will keep us posted on that. All right. Here's a good one. Proposal 1 poll. If the election were held today, the proposal to raise Michigan sales tax to fix the state's crumbling roads and bridges, among other things, would go down by a huge 3-to-1 margin, according to a new poll by Lansing-based EPIC MRA.
Yeah, it's Epic MRI.
Yeah.
They're highly regarded.
Yeah. About 66% of respondents said they will vote no on the road proposal, while 24% said they plan to vote yes. When the people polled learned more about the proposal, including the implications of the 10 laws it would trigger, opposition increased to 70%, with only 21 supporting the ballot proposal. Turnout likely will probably be a key issue, too. Well, obviously, Richard, they've heard our show and they've listened to you. What are your thoughts? You surprised? You surprised by this poll?
Yes, that number does surprise me, and I would
That's
suggest
huge.
that it will certainly tighten by Election Day. It's just going to get closer because when you're the underdog, you fight harder, you raise more money, you communicate more. So I'm going to suspect it'll likely get closer. As far as, anyone individually and their role within it, I'll just by way of example share that I was asked by a newspaper reporter to submit reasons, or to submit a response, really, where are you at on this? And I did.
Boy. They haven't listened to the show.
And it was a very lengthy response. And when they received it in writing, they said, wow, there's a lot there. And I said, it's a very complex proposal.
It really is.
So
If
feel
you
free
read
to
it, it
use
is.
parts of it or all of it. That's fine with me. But I also received today an invitation to something that I didn't ask for, and I also didn't accept, and that was that there's a local organization that's going to hold one of these town forums.
Okay.
And they have all their pro people. They have the people from the this and from the that, and they have all this, and they wanted to know if I wanted to be the anti-spokesperson. And I said, no.
Boy.
First of all,
Let's
I don't
go
want
in
to
the
debate
lion's
anybody
den.
about this. I
Right.
have one vote, and I have an opinion that, at least right now, I guess it's similar to the majority of people in the state. But
Yeah.
no, I have no interest in that.
Yeah, that's kind of stacked against you right off the bat.
I mean, it's not that. It's just that I am not an advocate.
No.
I
no.
am simply a person that is allowed to, in
Well, and
various
you
ways,
speak your
share my
opinion.
opinion.
Yeah.
So no, I don't. I don't possess the worth
Desire.
or credibility to go out there and be an advocate regarding this issue. But I was, I chuckled at first. Then I thought that's kind of goofy. Go find somebody else.
Yeah.
So, I'll continue when asked to share my opinion.
Right.
And as I said before, this is not a criticism of the governor. It's not a criticism of the legislature. Some folks have been critical, but not me.
Yeah.
I simply say it could have been a lot better, and I'm confident that it will be a lot better. And part of the reason I say that is that today, State Representative Ray Franz, who lives in Traverse City, he posted within the social media circles a video where he says with certainty, if it should fail, we will have a backup plan. Don't
Who
worry.
is this?
His name is Ray Franz, or Ray Franz.
He's a state rep?
He's a Republican state rep from Traverse City.
Okay.
And
that's
I share
interesting.
that sentiment, and I have in the past. They're not going to just allow this to languish.
No.
They will get back to the drawing board, and they'll fix things.
But will this plan B go in effect this year? You know what I'm saying? Or are we going to have to wait another year?
There's already been bonding mechanisms that have been put in place. So whatever were to get passed this year, they simply need to draw upon that same pot of money that they would have. So, yeah, I mean, this plan wasn't going to take effect until October 1st, for example. But there were things in place
For
to allow
immediate.
construction to happen
Yeah, immediate.
until then. Even though one of the things that folks were not aware of is that nearly $900 million first year and nearly $500 million the second year. So almost $1 billion and then $500 million. First 2 years are going to pay off state debt. They're not even going to the roads first 2 years.
Yeah, you gave me a figure of what they're going to get that
I
first
mean,
year,
so,
roughly.
You know, part of
It's
this
ridiculous. It's not even going to dent it.
I don't like when certain phrases are used, but I'll just say it really is not the animal it is on the surface purported to be. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Look, there's another month.
So what do you think in the plan B is that they have?
In my
What's
opinion,
your best guess?
Plan B will be something that is done at the legislative level with a governor's signature and not a vote of the electorate. So that narrows it a bit. And
Right, it's
I'll give you the example that I mentioned in response to the questions that I received. The legislature could adjust the gas tax to come up with the necessary funds to fix our roads. They could do that tomorrow. They don't need our vote. They don't need a costly statewide election. They simply say, this is what we think it is based upon all the information we have. Governor, please sign it, and then it's done.
yeah.
So very
Yeah,
simple,
you've said
gas
that,
tax.
yeah.
Because one of the things that's happening in this proposal, your gas tax is going up.
Exactly.
42 cents.
Right.
From 19 cents today to 42 cents October 1st.
Yeah.
So
That's the
happening
retail.
anyway.
Yeah.
It's all the other stuff that's tacked onto this that's paying for other stuff.
Yeah, there's so
$600
much
million
hanging on this
worth.
bill. It's unbelievable.
But
Okay, so if it goes down in flames, if the vote is no, that's actually the constituents telling the legislators, go back to the drawing board, do your damn job, basically, is what they're doing.
I guess.
Really. I mean, you
guess
could look
what I
at
would-
it that way.
You could. I guess what I would say is it certainly is a statement saying
Yeah.
that proposal is not the right proposal.
Big statement.
It's not saying we don't want our roads fixed. It's not saying that at all.
No.
Because
We all agree
Even
that.
today, driving down that blasted Cherry Hill, man,
Oh,
I
it's
tell you,
terrible,
oof,
isn't it? It rattles your
it
teeth.
is rough.
It is.
It is bad. And it's not the only one. It's just the closest one. So,
And it happens to be in your district.
yeah. Yeah, I've got a lot of Cherry Hill in my district, that's for sure. And so my hope is that it continues to be a congenial process. Let folks spend the money. You know, people that make the ads and then telecast them, they need to get paid too.
Well, they're
But
gonna
when it's all
spend
said and done, I think it'll be closer. I think on this show, probably a couple of months ago, I said I'd be inclined to think it will pass.
Yeah, you did.
But I'm impressed
That's
that-
pretty.
that a number of people have
Substantial.
really taken time to learn in various ways.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a roads proposal. It's a roads, bridges, schools, earned income tax credit, marina, bike path, revenue sharing, state general fund. There are so many. There's others.
Wow.
Proposal.
Wow.
I mean, I'll bet you didn't know until I
People-
just said
no,
it that you're going to help finance marinas.
No, I didn't know that.
Right. See,
Yeah.
I'm adding a little bit every week.
Every week I see that. You're tweaking this. I like that.
I
Well,
have
I hope
more.
people are listening. Yeah, as we get closer, you'll bring them out, I hope.
Yeah.
Because you know there's going to be a full media blitz on this.
Yeah. And it's not to thwart the effort of some people. It's to say, not this proposal.
And this is
I
forever.
Like,
This
I like
is forever
most
if it
people,
passes.
Well, that too. Like most people, I understand and agree that I am going to have to spend more money for the roads to get fixed.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I still remember in 2011 when all of our taxes were increased at a level higher than at any point in our history to give a business tax break.
Mm-hmm.
Business community is not sharing in this at all.
No.
Period. Zero.
Yeah, nada.
And so
That's
we
true.
gave them the tax break. Now we're going to take it out of our pocket and do it again. So
Yeah, not good. Not good. Yeah, it's going to get interesting the closer we get, that's for sure. So, all right, well, let's move on here to our next topic, McDonald's wage increase. We got a new McDonald's that's going to be built in Garden City, but that is not that's
corporate.
That's not corporate. Right. Now, they're going to be raising the pay for workers at company-owned U.S. restaurants only, making it the latest employer to sweeten worker incentives and an improving economy. The company owns about 10% of its more than 14,300 U.S. restaurants, representing about 90,000 workers. The announcement comes as several major companies, including Walmart and Target, have announced wage hikes as the economy has picked up and made it more difficult to find reliable workers.
Well, the franchises are free to do the same thing, too.
Yeah, they can follow.
Depending on the public perception and the public pressure and the goodness of their own hearts. I'm not going to suggest that all pay raises only come because people complain.
Yeah.
But you never know.
Well, here's the thing. It says starting July 1st, McDonald's says the starting wages will be $1 more than the local minimum wage where company-owned restaurants are located. And by the end of 2016, it said the average hourly wage for McDonald's workers at those stores will be more than $10 an hour. Now, your thoughts. Long overdue? Is it enough?
I think that stuff's market driven. I'm not one of these that gets into.
I don't know about $15 an hour, though. I mean,
so here, I'll tell you a conversation I had today, a private meeting in my office today, but I will share this portion of it.
All right.
2 members of the executive team, we were talking about a number of things that are coming down the proverbial highway. Mm-hmm. And I made the observation that if you hire in today as a Wayne County deputy sheriff and are assigned to work in the jail, you earn less than $14 an hour.
Wow.
So,
well, I think GM is even hiring them in at about $14 an hour, I believe.
It could be.
I think so.
But I guarantee you're not getting in too many fights on the assembly line.
No.
With people that have been convicted
exactly.
of crimes or are waiting to be sentenced for crimes.
That's pretty pitiful, man.
So, when you get into these arguments, I made a suggestion, and I made it in such a detailed way that on the surface it might have seemed rather unusual. But when I got all done, the people that I met with today pledged that, that's a pretty unorthodox and good idea, and we're going to run it up the pole. But
and what is that? You can't share it?
I would just say that it's to improve that financial environment.
Yeah.
You can't have people that are looking at providing for themselves and other family members potentially saying, I can go to Home Depot and earn more and get health care. I can go to Walmart and earn about the same. Mm-hmm. I can go to McDonald's and earn a few bucks less. Mm-hmm. And I don't have to pay for parking like I do if I'm a deputy sheriff. Uh-huh. So, we need to make it.
And you're in a dangerous environment, let's face it.
We need to make it more attractive for our public safety people. I said when I left the Canton Police Department, I was given this item of recognition and whatnot at a public event. And one of my parting comments was to compliment the Canton Department of Public Safety in a number of ways. But I included within that comment, there are people who leave home for work and their families are worrying about them their entire shift. Mm-hmm. And they do it for wages that should make all of us, because I was still a politician then too, should make all of us politicians embarrassed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, except for the fact that it happens across the country, which almost makes it acceptable. We're not too different from too many other people, but we've got to make improvements in certain areas. And in my opinion, selfishly, especially public safety. Mm-hmm. Education has done remarkable things and has made significant gains, maybe not to where they should be, but public safety trails.
Yeah, it does. Big time.
Not cool.
No.
So getting back to the whole McDonald's thing, hey, that's great. I go to McDonald's about once a year for an Egg McMuffin. Yeah. So
hey, they're going to expand their breakfast too.
Yeah, I heard that. Now,
that's cool.
That would be interesting because I wouldn't mind stopping on the way home and getting that's
exactly
what I like an Egg McMuffin.
Yes,
I don't really care for the other stuff.
No, I don't either. That's all I get.
For those who are customers, if they're willing to pay it, it'll be demonstrated in the ledger.
Well, they're saying,
and I hope they do. I mean, hey, I don't begrudge.
And they're hoping to attract, better quality worker too. They're hoping so. You know, maybe it will, maybe it won't. We'll have to see. Time will tell.
Time will also tell when that Garden City McDonald's is going to be constructed, which, of course, we talked about a week ago.
Yeah, now it looks like what, next year even.
So
we'll see.
You know, things are happening, albeit slowly.
Yeah, takes time. All right, well, let's touch on, seeing as you brought it up, let's touch on Wayne County consolidation. It's no secret Wayne County's financial woes are significant. The county needs to hack $70 million this year and do it again next year. Executive Warren Evans and his new team are...
That's not entirely accurate.
That's what they're saying.
Okay.
Their team is going after what he calls the low-hanging fruit. It begins with too many departments, too many chiefs, not enough Indians, basically. Those departments, the Children and Family Services Department, Health and Human Services Department, and Veterans Services Department, will disappear. They will be folded into the newly created Department of Health, Community Wellness, and Senior Services. Overall, Evans believes this will save $3 million a year and cut out about 50 jobs. Commission has to approve this?
The commission has to either vote on it to approve or disapprove, and if they don't vote on it, it becomes effective anyway at the 91st day.
Really?
So there are, it depends on how you want to look at it. So in my opinion, I will tell you that with absolute certainty, the commission will vote on this, and it'll be no later than June 20th this year that we'll vote on it. It could be earlier than that. And I'll also go out on a limb now and say that the plan that the commission votes on will not look entirely like the plan that was released yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
There will be some modification to it.
Yeah.
But something will be voted. Now,
somebody's going to lose some jobs.
I would say...
Well, if he wants to trim $3 million a year, somebody's got to go.
There's a likelihood that there will be less positions occupied. But having said that, I'm going to give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that you have two people that have the title ABC. That's their job. That's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And they each earn $50,000 a year. You have two of them.
Mm-hmm.
If it's determined that one different person that has a higher credential can do the same job that those two people are doing, and that one person comes in for $70,000, you've saved money.
Yeah.
You've hired a new person.
Yeah.
But you also got rid of two.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of moving parts to this. And
yeah.
In fairness,
I mean, you hate to see anybody lose their job,
yeah,
but
of course
they got to cut. They got to cut somewhere.
90% plus of our spendable monies are spent on people, employees.
And all these people were hired from Vacano's regime
Oh
before
no, there's a lot
him?
of people that have been there just a long time.
Long time.
There are some things too that are proposed that don't entirely fit the county charter, and they also, in at least in my opinion, having looked at it at a 40,000 foot level first, would appear to take power from the commission and give it to the executive. And I'm going to tell you,
Ugh.
that's not likely to happen.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea.
But I don't anticipate that it'll be a combative type of conversation. I really don't. I think that the commission recognizes, just like everybody else in Wayne County does, something has got to happen. So, give credit to the executive for proposing something that we can use.
Well, who
as
does
a
he
blueprint.
answer to? Does he answer to the
The
commission?
electorate.
The electorate. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. No, he doesn't answer to the commission. And the commission doesn't answer to him. We work cooperatively.
So there's got to
He
be
is
some
the
checks and
executive.
balances somewhere.
Well, he's the check, we're the balance, or vice versa. But yeah, so
Wow.
the two different branches of the government, it's up for him to propose.
Police itself, right?
It's up to him to propose stuff, and it's up to the commission to address it, and either say yay or nay, or modify it and address it.
But whether you vote on it or not, after the 91st day, it's going to happen anyway, you said, right?
Yeah, but we're going to vote on it.
Okay.
Yeah, we will. That it will not happen without a vote.
And you don't anticipate it not
Something will be
happening.
changed.
It's going to be tweaked.
Yeah, there will be changes. To what degree? I don't know. The plan in its entirety, as offered yesterday, will not be adopted.
Now he had his press conference. What was it he said about the jail anyway on that?
That is not part of this proposal.
Okay, so nothing's
At least that's what I understand. I wasn't there, but that's what I heard today.
no movement on that then,
No,
as far as you know.
it's a separate issue. It's a big issue, but it's a separate issue being addressed, outside of all of this conversation.
Right. Okay. All right.
Yep. So there'll be some changes, but again, there's some things they're in the county charter.
Some of it's a
that can't
no-brainer, really.
change.
Yeah.
So we'll see. One of the things that is not part of that plan, but the plan affects the decision, is the closure of our Eloise properties.
Oh.
So, there's things that are done there that some won't continue to be done, or some will be done differently and at a different location.
Mm-hmm.
And so there could be savings in, the building, for example.
So the veterans, all that's going to be under this one
Potentially.
Department of Health, Community
Potentially.
Wellness. Senior. Maybe. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, keep us posted on that. What else you got?
Went and saw Cinderella a couple days ago.
Yeah, I saw that. I was going to say, how in the hell are you going to a movie? Don't you have to be to work?
I didn't have anything that day until 5 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Bella was at our house, so Cheryl said, let's go to a matinee.
So you like those seats? Do you like those seats?
Not really.
Now, Cheryl went, and she wasn't a big fan of them. Really.
They're big and wide, but they're not long enough.
Yeah. I actually like MJR. I really do.
Yeah, well, the only reason
I really
we went
like
there is
MJR.
because we asked Bella where you want to go, and she said she wanted to go there, so we went there.
Yeah. And whatever Bella wants, Bella gets, pretty much.
But it's the first time I'd ever seen seats like that. Really, really wide.
Yeah.
But when I drive in my vehicle, Cheryl and others criticize, I drive with my back seat straight up.
Do you? I can't because of my back.
Straight up.
Yeah.
And that's what
Cheryl pretty much does,
I
too.
like that. These seats in the all the way up position, it felt like I was laying down.
Oh, really?
Then when you recline them, you're really laying down.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the footrest is too short.
And how does that work out in front of you? I mean, can you see the screen good if you're
your
reclined?
seats are 5 feet from the next row in front of you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe 4, but
Yeah.
quite a ways.
Cheryl wasn't a big fan of them either.
Yeah.
But I do like MJR.
It was fun, though. There were only about 10 people in the theater.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Whenever we go, well, we usually do the matinee during the day,
Yeah.
And there's nobody in there.
Yeah.
All your seniors.
Or babies.
Hey, I don't care. So, let's see. What else we got? Something else I wanted to ask you. Can't remember now. I don't know. So you don't have anything else for the county?
Well, put a commercial
What have you
on
been
and I'll look
voting
at my
on?
calendar.
All right, let me do this real quick.
City Council stuff off there, yeah.
City Council wanted me to remind you that the next regular council meeting will be Monday, April 13th now, not April
Right.
6th. They canceled April
That's
6th. And it's going to be held 7 p.m. at City Hall, 6000 Middlewell Road. Council urges all residents to attend. And like I said, April 6th meeting has been canceled because of the special council meeting they held on Monday. The American Cancer Society Relay for Life of Garden City will start at 10 a.m. Saturday, May 30th at the Garden City Middle School track on Radcliffe, south of Ford Road. Different this year is that it will be a 22-hour event rather than 24 hours. It's still going to continue to be an overnight event with teams generally packing up by 8 p.m. Local businesses also are being sought to get behind the event. Sponsorship opportunities are available at varying levels. Benefits may include such things as a company logo printed on event T-shirts and banners. To register or for more information, visit relayforlife.org or call 800-227-2345. Remember, if you're interested in coming on the show, we would love to have you. Maybe you own a business or you provide a service you'd like to share with the surrounding communities. If so, then contact us right now, and we will get you scheduled for an upcoming show. If you're interested, just email us at gcommunitychat@gmail.com, and we'll shoot you some dates that are available, and it's that simple. We look forward to hearing from you. You could have been on tonight. We don't have a guest tonight.
That's right. Sorry about your luck.
All right, let me see what kind of...
Well, I got a couple things.
Okay, what do you got?
While you're looking for your other stuff to read
All right,
on.
go ahead. What do you got?
So, I know that some people are aware, but former councilman, former mayor Jim Plakas passed away.
Oh, right, exactly.
And I, along with obviously others, went to the funeral home today, and I have to acknowledge that I hadn't seen Jim in probably close to a year. But I did have a chance to talk to some of his family members that I know. You know, he had a long, distinguished political career and was
Yes, he
around
did.
a lot of politicians.
Yeah.
And, you know, a couple of people posted on Facebook. They remembered Jim with fondness, and
Yeah,
it was nice.
yeah, it was good. Do we know what he died from? How he died?
I know that his nephew told me that he had Alzheimer's, and there was another
Dementia.
condition that didn't allow him to function properly or normally.
Yeah,
So,
it's tough. That is
I
a
think
tough
he's
disease.
85.
Yeah, 85, 86, something like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And also, a couple of days ago, before I went into work, I had an opportunity to stop in at Westland Mayor Bill Wild's coffee hour. I didn't know that he was having these till I read it in the newspaper.
Yeah, when did you start that?
I believe a couple of months ago. This
Really?
was the second one.
Well, okay.
And so it was
Similar to
really-
what you and David do and Julie?
Yeah, but our stuff is better.
Yeah, absolutely. I know
But
that.
it was kind of like a round table. It was a packed house. There were probably, I'd say, 30 people there.
About as many as we had last time. It was
Not
full.
as many,
It
because
was
he had,
pretty
he had
full.
more employees, too.
Well, that's a
but,
smaller room we have, though.
But it was very nice. And one of the coolest things was that one obnoxious person there was a person who contacted me as a state rep in 2012 and sent me a letter with an
SFB?
interesting, yeah, with an interesting salutation. And as soon as I saw him, I just started laughing.
Did he approach you?
No, he wouldn't even look at me.
Really?
But the mayor had staff members there to answer questions. The sanitation contractor was there to respond to issues, and it was a really good meeting. So I was pleased that I was able to be there.
So it's like a Q&A, like you do?
Yeah,
Or-
sure, same thing. Yeah,
And,
just go around the room. What do you got? And I suspect that the mayor learned a thing or two about what some of the folks are thinking, but maybe hadn't shared in the past. And I know because a couple of people told me via Facebook message afterward that they appreciated that other government people were also allowed to attend, myself, for example, and that you know, they found it to be a productive
Oh,
event.
Westland's in your district. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. So it worked out very nicely.
yeah, good.
And, you know, not everybody can do these. And that's the thing. You know, most people.
Well, you got to have some answers. I mean, people are there for answers. You better have some answers or get it for
I
them.
mean, like the timing of these things. You know, I tried evening coffee hours for about 2 years.
Oh.
In 2000, I think
What
it was
time was this?
2008 and 2009. And, you know, the third meeting where we had no one show up, I canceled them.
Was his evening or morning?
No, morning. His was morning. But what I found was that it's just really, really tough to expect people to come home from their work day, do the things that they have to do
Eat,
after they
yeah.
get home, and then go somewhere for that type of meeting. It
Yeah.
just doesn't happen.
But then, like you say, when you do a day one, people are working. I mean, you get a lot of retirees there, naturally,
Right.
you know, so it's tough, you know, you can't,
Yeah.
you know, you can't get both, you know, the worker and the retiree at the
but
same
but
time.
it was
It's
nice. I
hard.
was glad that he did it.
He had a good
did
turnout.
schedule another one.
Awesome.
I suspect this will be an ongoing thing, and it also allowed me an opportunity to share with the people there, because I certainly didn't know everybody, that, you know, these relationships that appointees and electeds have with each other is beneficial. It crosses city lines, it crosses county lines.
Transparency.
It works within the same government, you know, working together.
Yeah.
It's just, it works.
It is. It's good. And let's face it, not everybody's happy in
No.
Westland, and not everybody's happy in Garden
No,
City or any
no.
community.
But I
You
tell you
know.
what people are happy about. that they can go somewhere and pose their question
Ask questions.
and hopefully get a response to
Absolutely.
it. That's appreciated.
Now, did he serve better coffee and stuff than
No.
you do? Or
No.
Okay, good.
And even if he's listening, I stand by that.
Oh, I'm sure he will.
You know,
He listens. I know he does.
one of
Hi,
the
Mayor.
things today that I had to chuckle at when I got in the office is that, you know, I look for newspaper articles and this and that where people have done some pretty cool things, and I'll send them a letter.
Yeah, I got one up there.
Right.
Or
letter
two.
of accomplishment.
Yep, that's very nice.
A young person wrote me a handwritten letter that I received.
Handwritten, wow.
And it said, "Thank you for recognizing what I was able to accomplish in our robotics." I don't know if it was a contest, I can't remember, but
Okay.
But it was handwritten, and he said, "You know, I appreciated that my teachers thought I did a good job, and the principal said something nice, but I never expected a politician to write a letter congratulating me,
People
and I
appreciate
just really
that.
appreciate it."
Yeah.
And he said, "I'm 15 years old, and I want to work for NASA when I get older."
Wow. So he knows.
Yeah.
Knows what he's doing.
Yeah, so very cool.
That is.
I guess I'll conclude the stuff that at least immediately comes to mind with an announcement of sorts.
Okay.
Involving government, and
Yeah.
that is that one of my colleagues, Shannon Price,
Mm-hmm.
county commissioner he serves Canton, Northville, Plymouth, and Plymouth Township.
Okay.
About a couple minutes after the show began
Mm-hmm.
this evening, he became appointed as the Plymouth Township supervisor.
Oh, very good. Congratulations.
Existing person submitted a letter of resignation that's effective here in a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
And tonight, Shannon Price got,
Took the position.
he got appointed. So
Now, how
that
long was
just,
he
very cool.
commissioner?
He came in the same time I did.
Oh,
so only less than 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
but he got sufficient support there during the appointment process, and I wish him the best.
So now, how will they fill his position as commissioner now? Does that go
Yeah,
on?
the county commission makes the appointment until the next county commission election.
Oh, so you guys will make an appointment?
Yeah.
Oh.
So the chairman will make a determination as to, if we accept resumes or if there's a process, whatever it might be, and then the county commission will make its.
But it's got to be somebody from that district.
Yeah, you have to live within
Yeah,
the district,
yeah.
right?
Very cool.
Yeah,
So that's what he wanted, and that's what he got.
yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. So he lives out that way then?
He lives in Plymouth Township.
Cool.
Yep.
Very good. Very good. All right. Nothing else?
Nah.
That's it? That's all you
For
got?
now.
That's all you got? All right, well, let me read a couple of these things, and I'll let you think a little bit on it. Garden City High School Girls Soccer Casino Night at Greektown Casino, Saturday, April 4th. That's this Saturday. It's $30 per person, and you get $20 in free play at the casino. Register before March 20th. Only 56 spots available, but I believe you can still contact them and probably get in there. You can call Kathy Pickens at 313-806-3589, and they should be able to hopefully shoot you in there. Bunko. You like Bunko? I've never played Bunko. I don't know how to play Bunko. But they're having a Bunko fundraiser Saturday, April 11th at 6 p.m. At Gordon Chevrolet, 31850 Ford Road. It's $20. They're going to have food, prizes, and fun. Call Sherry Barber to pre-register at 734-458-5238. That is like a girls' night out thing, they said. Also on April 11th, if you don't like Bunko and you like euchre, they're going to have a Garden City High School project graduation euchre party Saturday, April 11th at the Dearborn Heights Moose Lodge, 1795, 27225 West Warren Road in Dearborn Heights. Registration begins at 6 and games begin at 7, $20 per person. Proceeds to benefit the Garden City High School class of 2015 all-night party. Please register by emailing pg2015euchre@gmail.com or call Alan and Laura Bennett at 734-266-0232 for more information. Must be 21 and older to play, please. Friends of the Garden City Library, they're having a used book sale. They have this every year. It's always a big success. April 13th through the 15th, Monday at 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., Wednesday 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. And Wednesday it'd be books by the bag for $5. Fill a whole bag for $5. Garden City Public Library is located in the Maplewood Family Resource Center, 31735 Maplewood. It's just off of Merriman between Ford and Warren. For more information, call 793-1830.
I would bring a grocery packer to that one to make sure you get the most books.
Right, exactly. Yeah, maybe you can borrow one from, Kroger's or something. Hey, don't forget Willie the Red Pig Road Rally, Saturday, April 18th. The registrations start at 5 p.m. at Maplewood Center. The rally begins at 6. Teams of 2 or more, it's $10 a person. Sponsored by the Garden City DDA. Join the fun and help raise funds for Gardenville, Garden City's only community garden, where they grow and donate food to local food banks. Now, what you do is you solve clues and puzzles to reach each secret location, acquire bonus points for funny photos. Clues are mostly going to be in Garden City and Westland locations, so you don't have to drive real far. Get your team together and have a lot of fun. Pre-registration required. To register, call Lucky Dog at 734-261-7387. Registration fee is due on the day of the road rally, so bring your money with you. Got a lot of stuff going on in Garden City, I'll tell you. Garden City High School Athletic Booster Club and Project Graduation, they invite you to the second annual spring golf outing Saturday, April 25th. 4 golfers scramble, 7:30 a.m. registration, 8:30 a.m. shotgun start, hot dog, drink, chips on the turn, 2:30 a banquet dinner, prizes and raffles, 50-50 basket. The price is $85 a person or $320 for a foursome. They're going to be playing at the Gateway Golf Club, and that's at 33290 Gateway Drive in Romulus. So, won't be long. We'll be out there golfing, Richard.
Good thing I've got a golf cart or 4.
Get your clubs ready, man. We're going out there this year. You and Cheryl and me and Cheryl.
Really?
Yeah, because we golf slow.
Yes, we do. Ever since my pings got stolen.
Yeah, man, that's a shame. Ew, that makes me sick to think of that.
I know.
All right, Garden City Lions Club, they're having their 5th annual charity bowl May 16th. Sign your calendar, or mark your calendars, at Cherry Hill Lanes, 300 Inkster Road in Dearborn Heights. The time start is 5 o'clock. It's $20. You get 3 games, shoes, pizza, and pop. Mystery 50-50, trophies for first place, best in high games for women and men. And they're going to have raffle baskets and all that. Call Cindy Wagner at 313-407-0239 or Larry Huff, 734-660-0920. And let's see, that's all I got there. Now, what I want to get to is the Garden City Business Alliance is going to be having their next monthly meeting Friday, April 10th at 6 p.m. at the Guardian Martial Arts Building located at 30942 Ford Road, just east of Merriman. They urge all businesses to attend and come and see what they're all about. Bring some business cards because networking is always welcome. Now, the GCBA's first community event in collaboration with the DDA will be the 2015 Garden City Taste Fest to be held on Tuesday, May 19th from 6 to 10 p.m. You'll have an opportunity to sample food from several of Garden City's finest restaurants. Guests will meet at Merriman Road Baptist Church, where they will be given their T-shirts, which act as their ticket for the event, their starting restaurant, and itinerary. You'll also be given a ballot to vote for the restaurant you enjoyed the best. Buses will be provided, and they're going to transport the guests to all participating restaurants. Guests can also drive themselves if they want. The buses will drop off and pick up guests throughout the evening. Guests will sample food, enjoy entertainment if available, purchase drinks if they wish, and then catch the bus and be transported to another restaurant. At the evening's end, guests will be driven back to the Merriman Road Baptist Church to retrieve their vehicles. This year's venues participating are Albert's on the Alley, Golden Feather, Garden City Cafe, Sports Venue Bar and Grill, El Satan's, Toast Family Dining, Plato's Place, and Merriman Road Baptist Church.
Sounds delicious.
I'm telling you, man, it's awesome. An awesome lineup. Going to be a lot of fun. So bring your appetites. Should be a great time. Sponsorship forms for this event are available. If you're interested, you can pick up a form at the Garden City DDA office located at 29213 Ford Road, or email us at gcbusinessalliance@gmail.com, and we'll send you one right now. Also, the GCBA is hoping to do a business expo sometime later this year, possibly in September. If you think you might be interested in participating in the expo, please send us an email at gcbusinessalliance@gmail.com. We would like to hear from you, or just show up at our next GCBA meeting, April 10th. If you're interested in joining or would like more information about the GCBA, check their website at gardencitybusinessalliance.org. And for more information about the Taste Fest, visit their website at gardencitytastefest.com. Rick Palmer and his wife have really done a great job in them websites. And anyone out there that is interested on a website and you'd like somebody to work on it for you, or if you have a website and you want it redone, or if you have a restaurant, you want the menus done, please contact Rick Palmer. Get a hold of us. We'll put you in touch with him. He does some fabulous work. So that sounds like it's going to be a great time. I'm telling you. All right, don't forget, we'll be uploading the audio of tonight's show when it's made available to our Facebook page at facebook.com/GCChat, usually within about 30 minutes or so after the show ends. And also check out, like I said earlier, our YouTube channel, where we will be posting tonight's show sometime tomorrow at youtube.com/communitychatshow. And please click on the red subscribe button so you don't miss any future shows. All right? Okay, what else do we got? Oh, let me just go over this. Can't pick it up, man. Let me go over the sponsorship form for the Taste Fest if anyone's interested. There's 3 tiers. There's a platinum sponsor for $200, there's a gold sponsor for $100, and a silver sponsor for $50. Now, for the platinum, the company name will be on all advertising promotions, plus the name will be on the T-shirts that each of the guests will be wearing the night of the Taste Fest. And you also get 4 T-shirts to the event, which are your tickets. The gold sponsor, the company name, will be on all media promotions and on the T-shirts that the guests will be wearing, and you will receive 2 T-shirts to the event. The silver sponsor, company name printed on the T-shirt that the guests will be wearing, plus you'll receive 1 T-shirt to the event. So if you're interested, give us a holler and we'll get one out to you. Going to be a great time. All right. Tom, you have anything else? Are you still with us? I don't know if Tom's got. Okay, I guess not. All right. Richard, do you have anything else? I know you do. I see the smoke coming out.
I'm thinking.
I see it's coming out.
Well, we have Easter coming up.
Yes.
Good Friday tomorrow and Easter.
Yep.
So just wish everyone a great weekend. That's it.
Yeah. And Tom's saying the weather is going to be pretty decent, so hopefully we will get out there.
That would be nice.
Let's see. What else do I have? Anything else? I don't think so. I think we're ready to call this a podcast. I want to thank everyone that hung out in the chat room with us. We really appreciate it. And also thanks to my co-hosts, Richard, Tom, and Joey and Holly. Thank you very much. Woo-hoo. Have a great holiday weekend, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Keep us posted on what events are going on in the county.
We'll have more as the weeks go on.
Oh, yeah. And you're going to have much more, I'm sure, on the Proposal 1 ballot.
I don't know if it'll be more. Maybe more of the same.
Oh, yeah. You'll have little tidbits here and there, I'm sure. Don't forget, for the latest weather info, go to DopplerTomsWeather.com. He's got a great website over there, very informative, so he'll keep you posted. Also, if you have a show idea or a guest you'd like us to try and get on, just send us an email right now at gccommunitychat@gmail.com, and we will do our very best to provide that for you. So we hope you enjoyed tonight's show. Remember, the success of a community depends on the community, so please support your local businesses. And also, if you see something, say something. Look out for one another out there. And check out and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, youtube.com/Community Chat Show. So on behalf of Richard, Tom, and Joey and Holly, thanks for listening. Take care, and see you next Thursday, 8 p.m. right here on TalkShoe.com. Have a great night.
Good night.
Good night.